Martinez with Luxury Home Magazine. A round of applause.
Thank you.
Tomas has so graciously agreed to come here and visit with us and update us on the state of the luxury market.
Well, can we give Chicago Title a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you, Fidelity. Thank you. The opportunity to always work with you is always amazing because they fill up every class. So I'm super honored to work with you guys. Thank you, Polly. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to be talking about a decade of luxury, like what's happened across the state of Texas over the last 10 years. What you're going to find is last year was kind of an anomaly. And I had a conversation earlier that it was kind of surprising for someone in the room because last year was a big year for luxury. Now, by me saying that, who says, really? Who's surprised by that? Anybody surprised? Raise your hand. That last year was a big year for luxury? Anybody surprised by that? Nobody. Okay, well, some of you are. All right. So we'll kind of dive right in and I'll share that. Again, Tomas Martinez, owner of Luxury Home Magazine. My wife and I started it. We're going into 15 years. It's crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I've been doing this longer than I was a teacher. And I was a teacher, I thought, forever, you know. So into my second career, and I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Okay, we'll figure that out eventually, all right? Now, what I'm really excited about is this. So raise your hand if you got to go to the Luxury Real Estate Summit last year. Who got to go? Raise it high. If you went, wow, a lot of you got to go last year. That's awesome. Well, we're back for 2026, and we're really pumped because I have a crazy goal. Do you want to hear my crazy goal? I want 1,000 people there. I want 1,000 professionals at this event. That means we need all of you to buy tickets, okay? We need everybody to buy tickets. But more importantly, we want to impact the luxury community. And so my wife and I, we've been pushing really, really hard to up level, figure out how we can kind of take this to the next level. And so we invited Josh Altman. He's going to be our keynote. Who knows Josh Altman? If you know Josh Altman, he was with us. He's a personal friend. Back in 2014, he was here. And for who went to that summit? Who went to that summit? Like, okay, a few of you went to that. So here's the thing about Josh Altman. That was one of his first speaking engagements ever. Most people don't know that. That was the first time he had ever been on been invited to speak, which we didn't know that either. And we felt like we paid him an insane amount of money to go on the stage, and he crushed it. Now, since then, he travels the world, like Australia, all over, and he teaches. We're going to be having a candid conversation with Josh. He just listed a $96 million house. Now, my first question to Josh was, I don't even know, where do you begin with that listing appointment? Right? We think about $1 million, we get excited about $1 million, but $96 million. So Josh is going to be our keynote. Bridget Ramey, who remembers Bridget Ramey? Bridget Ramey's coming back. Bink Khan. We're going to have a developer. We're going to have a builder panel, a developer, builder, and a designer, because I want to know what are the trends, what are people looking to build, what are the designers seeing as some of the things that are coming up. So that's going to be a new addition. And then, of course, we'll have our agents sharing their top ideas. So who here likes discounts? Anybody here like a discount? All right, if you like a discount, all right, talk to Paul in the back. All right, Paul is here. Paul has your discount. All right, make sure you talk to Paul. He can help you with that. We do have sponsoring opportunities if you want to sponsor. We just sold our VIP lunch. Who remembers the lunch where we got to have all the Q&A? We're doing that again with the speakers. Super excited about that for the VIP lunch. So I would definitely recommend get the VIP ticket because it does include lunch when you're there. Any questions about the summit? Any questions? All right, so Why are we here? I want to talk luxury. Let's talk luxury. I don't know about you, but when I think about luxury in San Antonio, that has changed. When I started Luxury Home Magazine, do you know what we considered luxury? This was back in 2011. Anybody want to take a guess?
500,000.
What'd you say?
500. Well,
was
I
500?
was in one of your classes. And
There you go, yes. We thought 500 was luxury. Now, I don't know about you, but have you walked into a $500,000 house? Today, that's a starter home, right? In San Antonio, that's a starter house. So gone are the days of 500 luxury, okay? What do you think luxury is in San Antonio now? Some people, I hear $1 million, right? I say 800. I think around 800 now is kind of like that starting point for luxury, okay? We put $800,000 homes in our magazine. Not a lot of people advertise those, but that is something we could put in our magazine because here's the deal. What we have to have, people that come to the San Antonio, one of the things, and you'll have this, your buyers come in, when they see an $800,000 house and they see the size of house they can get for $800,000, are everybody blown away? They're blown away. They're like, this doesn't make any sense, right? And so the reality is that's probably a starter. That's not a starter home. That $800,000 is the luxury. In Austin now, anybody want to take a guess what the luxury starts at in Austin? Any guesses?
1.5.
Who said that?
1.5?
My man, it's 1.5. 1.5 is the minimum for luxury in Austin. Think about that. Like things have changed drastically. Okay, I think in our magazine in Austin, we had a $50 million house on the cover. I had a $38 million house in Austin. Like the numbers, from Austin, right? You know this. It's just different. Austin is just different. So, so when we talk about Texas, I want to kind of give you an overall viewpoint of the major cities. There's 4 major cities. So we got to start with the overall viewpoint. And then, from there, you can start to see the trends and what's happened over the last 10 years. All right, fair enough? So let's look at here overall. This is the state of Texas overall. Guess what? This is the most $1 million homes that have ever sold in the history of Texas was in 2025. The most in history, over $1 million. 14,400, an increase of 12% from last year. Look at the overall price, the median price, 1.3, right? And you can see here the inventory for the whole state of Texas is 8.3 months, right? So one of the things about this report, by the way, because I'm going to send you this report, one of the things to understand about this report is that it is November 24 to October 25. So their numbers are going to be a little bit skewed compared to some of the stats that I will share when you come to the summit, because I'm going to do a calendar year, and so the numbers will be different. But here's the deal: you're going to find out that it's still the biggest year in luxury that we've ever had in terms of total units sold for the state of Texas. All right, now here's Austin. Austin did $2,400 million homes last year. 2,400. They have 7.3 months of inventory, and they had a 10% increase. Now, I will tell you, Austin was not looking good. It was flat, 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 flat. And by the way, 10% for them is kind of rough. They're normally used to like 25, 30%. The luxury market in Austin has been rocked. Okay. And back during COVID, they were at 3,600. You'll see that number. They were in the 3,000s. Okay. So the idea here is that we did have an increase, but not as much as in previous years. Now, I love showing this. Okay. Because one of the things that Austin agents tell me is that in the summer, the market dies because it's too hot in Austin. But I want you, this is what I'm showing my agents in Austin. I want you to see this. In May, $300 million homes sold. And in June and July, 272, 253. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm an Austin agent, summertime, you don't want to hide during the summer, even though it's hot. There's a lot of stuff still going on, right? There's a lot of houses still selling at that $1 million price range. Here's Dallas. Dallas did 5,485, a 10% increase year over year, and they're at 6.5%, 6.5 months of inventory. Think about how many, that's a lot of houses. Think about that. 5,485. Now, remember, this is the Dallas-Fort Worth, kind of that metroplex. So it's not just Dallas proper, okay? Here is oh, I love this. Look at the summertime for Dallas. Look at their summertime. June, July, that's when you have some of their biggest pops in luxury, is during the summer when stuff starts selling, right? Now let's look at Houston. Houston did 3,900 $1 million homes, 18% increase in $1 million home sales. Now, I think it's important that we talk about this because a lot of people, when I do this report every year, some people say, well, why do we talk about Dallas, Houston, and Austin for San Antonio? Why does that matter, right? Anybody have an idea why that matters?
Well, it gives you perspective, for sure.
Perspective on the market, yep.
Feeder market.
Say again?
Feeder market.
Feeder markets. Because here's the deal. Are people from Dallas moving to San Antonio and vice versa? Do you have this transfer of people moving? 100%, right? And so if the Dallas market is doing really well and they're able to sell, then they're able to come here and purchase. If the Houston market's doing really well, they're able to sell and they're able to come here, right? Does anybody know what's going on in Dallas right now in terms of the financial markets? Does anybody know what's happening? Yeah, Soren, my video guy knows. Yeah, so they're building a Texas Wall Street. Have you heard about this? They're basically building a financial stock trading component in Dallas. Just so you understand, like, I don't know that world really well, but just the inkling that I'm hearing, it's massive for the state of Texas. And what's going to happen is we're going to get an influx into Dallas, I mean a massive influx into Dallas, right? All their properties are gonna be raised. But guess what? That lifts up all of Texas. Because if you're in San Antonio, you're still really close to Dallas, and maybe they don't want to live in Dallas, maybe they want to live in San Antonio, maybe they want to live in Austin. So we're going to absorb all that. Now, during COVID, did it help us to be really close to Austin during COVID? I mean, we got a lot of people that said, I don't want to live in Austin. I'll live in San Antonio and I'll commute, or I will just remote work. Right? We got a lot of that. Any of y'all listen to Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan, he now lives in Austin. He bought a $14 million house on the water, right? Joe Rogan, you know what he says about Austin traffic? He says it's silly. He goes, try the I-5 or whatever in LA at noon. Like, imagine being in LA. He goes, Austin traffic it's like a breeze compared to LA, right? We go over there and we're like, I'm never going back to Austin. Okay? It's nothing in comparison. So what you need to know is that Houston, Dallas, and Austin, their markets affect our market, because if people can't sell there, they can't move here. So we need all those markets strong. Now, does anybody know what's happening with oil right now? Anybody have an idea? Okay? It's going down. But I need you to understand something, because with all of the things that are happening with Venezuela and all of this, there's going to be an opportunity for these oil companies to make money. And when oil starts to go well and starts to do well, Houston starts buying in the hill country. And they're going to start. I'm telling you, there's going to be a change to the oil market, and you're going to see a big influx with Houston. Things are going to change in that market big time. So, who wants to guess San Antonio? How did we do in 2025? Anybody? Just shout it out. How many did we sell in 2025? Don't be shy.
2,500.
2,500. Going once, going twice. Anybody else?
900.
900. Anybody else? Over here. Come on. Don't be shy. What do you think?
1,500.
1,500. Anybody else?
2,000.
2,000. What'd you say? What are you thinking? What'd you say?
1,200.
1,200. Okay, y'all like that? 1,200. All right. Anybody else over here want to guess? What are you thinking? What were you thinking?
3,000.
3,000. Okay. San Antonio, are you ready? Drum roll, San Antonio. Here we go. Oh, hold on. We got to do this real quick. Hold on. We got to do this real quick. So in June, I want you to notice summertime in Houston, big market shift in the summer. All right. So San Antonio, here we go. Drum roll. How many did we sell? 736. Oh. It happens every time, Polly. Every single time. It happens every single. I've done this presentation for how long now? The last 7, 8 years? And it happens every time, right? Now, some of you were like, oh, poor San Antonio. No. This is not poor San Antonio.
This is get ready.
This is get ready. This is buckle up. Because San Antonio luxury is just getting started. We're like the little toddler just trying to figure out stuff. And you're like, well, we don't sell that much. Neither did Austin 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I'm going to show you the numbers that what they were doing. They weren't doing 2,000. Okay? So the reality is, I want you to look at our increase though. 13% increase. Now there's one stat on here that's sad. Who sees it? Mm-hmm.
And then 90% is the lowest volume.
Yep. And then what was that? 90% closing. Yes. This one is tough, right? That one's tough. But the 13 months of inventory this year, there were 900 around that, Paul. We had about 900 listings over 1 million, which honestly, in all the years, in the 15 years, we've never had that many listings over 1 million in San Antonio. Now that's San Antonio, New Braunfels. That's at that whole, our whole searchable area. So 13% increase. Again, though, we hit 1 billion. Last year was the first year we hit 1 billion in luxury sales. We did it again and we went up 1.1 billion, but we had a 13% increase. Now look at the stats for sales. It's interesting for us. Look at our big months, July and August. Those are our big pop months, but we don't see like a total decline in the summer, right? Notice we get a little bit in December, right? We're still in the 50s in December. I remember, when I first started with Luxury Home Magazine, people were like, well, nobody buys in December. I don't know about you, but there was a pop this December. There were some big stuff. Watch my notable sales. The notable sales that we put in the magazine every issue, watch my notable sales. There was a big pop in luxury at the end of the year that people just went and got a house. $4 million houses, $3 million houses. So the luxury market doesn't sleep at the end of the year. Just keep that in mind. Questions about the report? Any questions about this? Yes, sir, please.
Are we doing off-market stuff on your numbers?
No, sir. And I'll tell you why, because it's not, number one, the data wouldn't be reliable. It'd just kind of be like anecdotal. And builder, I don't have any builder information either, right? So these numbers will be higher across the board, but we are doing apples to apples because in Houston, everybody, it's all MLS data. This is all MLS data here. Now, in terms, any other questions about that? No? So just to give you an idea, take a look at this. Austin in 2016, 670 homes sold over 1 million. And fast forward, they hit during the pandemic. These 2 years these are the what do you call those? The anomaly, right? 21 and 22. Those are kind of like just weird years. But I want you to notice they were in the 670 and now they're at 27. Look at San Antonio, 290, now we're at 736. And just so you know, calendar year, I track this every year. San Antonio sold the most $1 million homes in history last year. We broke the record. The most $1 million homes we've ever sold was last year, which is amazing, right? It's a big deal for San Antonio. Now, one of the big, because people say, well, why are we selling more $1 million homes? Because the KB house you sold at 500 is now freaking $1 million. Appreciation is part of this, right? That's part of it. The other part of it is, have you noticed what these builders are building? I mean, these builders, they're not building like small stuff. I mean, we went from like, oh my gosh, we need to like downsize and create these nice, like smaller, and now we're creating, I remember sitting with Paul Allen's team, and Paul, RIP, I love Paul Allen. If you knew Paul Allen, unbelievable human. But I remember sitting with him, and Paul and I were going through a 20,000 square foot home that he was building in Cordillera. 20,000 square feet. And then, he's not a bragger, just so you understand. Paul's not a bragger. He pulls that away. He goes, let me show you this one. And he's showing me the plans for a 21,000 square foot home that he was building in Cordillera. And so people are going bigger, and a lot of that happened during this time because people were like, I need more space. These kids are getting in my way, And the trend is, I'm curious, are you seeing people want bigger now, or is it kind of, what are y'all seeing? Tell me. Bigger? Yeah? Anybody else? What are you seeing? Multi-generational. That's bigger, right?
One level.
One level. One level is massive, 100%. One level is a big, big deal. So I like to show this because, we look at this number in comparison. We look at this number, and there's that opportunity to go, San Antonio, we're just we're just the little kid on the block. No, that's a good thing because that's market share for everybody in here. You still have the opportunity to get market share in the luxury market, right? Right? Binkan can't sell every one of those houses. He can't. It's not possible. It's him and David. Have you ever met? It's him and David. They can't sell them all right? And that's my boy. He can't do it because there's too many, and it's going to continue to go up. Those KB houses aren't getting cheaper, right? They're going to keep going up. So this is, to me, when I share this chart with people, I just want you to look at it and get excited because San Antonio is growing up. And now with Marvel, if you're paying attention to Marvel and you're paying attention to what they want to do downtown, and I have to share this, Paul and I got to have an amazing experience. We went down, are y'all familiar with Salado Creek? Mm-hmm. Right? Or San Pedro Creek, downtown. It's kind of like a new river walk on the west side of downtown. Has anybody been down there? Raise your hand if you've been down there. Several of you. Okay, here's the deal. For those of you who haven't, trust me, if you get the opportunity, you got to go down there because there's this building called 300 Main. Does anybody know what 300 Main is? It's the sexiest apartments downtown. Sexy. I'm talking beautiful apartments along with Floodgate. Anybody heard of Floodgate? Most of you probably never heard of Floodgate. Floodgate is another high-rise apartment downtown, and it's sexy, like wow, right on the Riverwalk, beautiful. And they're building multiple apartments all on the west side of San Antonio. There's going to be the soapbox factory, a hotel. They're building so much on that west side. Oh, by the way, a baseball field is going to be down there. Y'all know that, right? The baseball field's coming. They're building so much on that west side. That west side is going to be the livable side of downtown. And then the east side where the Riverwalk and the Alamo is, that's going to be the tourist side of downtown. It's kind of like, and then Marvel is going to kind of bridge that gap, hopefully, to really infuse the sports and everything else that we're doing in the downtown area, okay? So we got big things happening downtown, huge things happening, and more apartment living, and it's going to make downtown, you're going to want to go downtown more. I know you go, I haven't been downtown in like 5 years. It's getting better. It's getting better, all right? All right, so now, I want to talk about buyers because a lot of right now, buyers are, this is a critical phase. You've got some buyers, and I'm going to talk a little bit about listings, but I want to talk about, like, in this season, how do we wow our buyers? I want to talk about the 5 ways to wow some buyers. Okay, now as an agent, when you get a buyer, you got to wow them. Right? And I'll tell you why at the end of this part. I'll tell you why. So here's the deal. Number 1, you want to wow your buyer. You need to set them up for success from the very beginning, right? This means, right, like right here, great buyer's agents, you don't just start driving them around. You got to build clarity from the beginning. What are we looking for? What do we want? Build that clarity, exactly what they want. And you got to explain the market. You're going to be able to show them this. You're going to be able to show them statistics. You're going to be able to show them what's going on in the market. You want your buyers to feel guided, not rushed. When you get that buyer, okay? That's step 1. Now, step 2, we all know this, but I think it's so important to talk about it. Get the buyer rep signed, right? This protects you. It's not paperwork. This is positioning. It positions you as the expert. I'm the one that's going to help you. Let me help you. The wow factor here is you're protected. They feel protected, not sold. They feel like you have their best interest at heart, right? Listen, this is how this works. Let me just walk through this with you and get it signed. Has anybody been burned by not getting it signed? No one? That's amazing. Great job. Then that means you've all gotten it signed. That's good, right? But trust me, this is critical. This is a critical piece. And don't look at it like you're selling. Look at it as you're protecting them. Number 3, this is my favorite. If nothing else, you walk out of here, this is my favorite, right? You need to have a rating system for every home. Now, what do I mean by that, right? Without a system, when you go see houses, how many of you have shown more than 5 houses to a buyer? Anybody ever shown more than 5? What's the record here? Tell me how many you've done. Shout it out. In one day. How many, Amy? How many have you done in one day? What? You did 20 in one day? That's impressive, Amy. I love that. Anybody beat 20? Let me get you. Has anybody done more than 20 in one day?
Like 15.
15? Okay, I love it. Now, what time did you start at, Amy, when you started? What time did you start with them? 8:30 in the morning till 8? Like all day? All day. That's impressive. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, you got to buy. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Amy. So here's the thing. You need a rating system. I'm glad you're here because I'm going to help you with this because this will make your life a lot easier, right? What this does is this rating system will turn emotion into logic, right? Because after seeing 20 houses, do they remember house number 2? They have no clue what house number 2 is. But I'm going to give you a system. I'm going to help you with this so that patterns start to emerge. Right? Buyers are going to feel organized and confident instead of mentally exhausted after 20 houses, right? So what does this look like? Well, it's really simple. This is how you do it. You give an overall score. Maybe you write down 3 things you love, so maybe some concerns, and then you say, hey, would you write an offer, yes or no? Now, I want you to imagine, I'm going to give you one extra little tip. You're going to name every house with a funny name. Ugly couch, right? Heart-shaped bed in the master, right? Nasty pool. You're going to give every house a name, and then you're going to rate it. And guess what? Guess what I did for you? I went ahead and made exactly what this looks like. I'll pass this out here. Just pass it along. And you're going to give every one of these a score. You can take that, pass them back. Take that, pass it back, and take that and pass it back. So what you're going to see here is you're going to create the nickname, the property number, the nickname. Now here's the deal. You can make your own version of this, or you can use my version, whatever you want to do. Totally up to you. But you're going to make the nickname. What did they rate it? Write their notes. What do they like? What do they don't like? And then would you write an offer for this, yes or no? Now, if they say yes, they'd write an offer. Do you think you have a house wow, this might be a favorite, right? If they're willing to say, check, yes, I want to write an offer today on this one. All right. That's a big deal. Now, if you were able to, is there anything else you would add to this? Because remember, we don't want to make it too long. We don't want to make it too exhaustive. Would you add anything to this? Or does this kind of cover everything that you would need for a house, right? Yes, sir.
For luxury, I might add quality of finish outs,
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
because sometimes you'll get high-end finish outs with the houses that, layouts match. But if you have a good layout with low-end finishes,
Yeah.
that's something they can always add.
True. That's good. I like that. So that could be in the notes, right? Are the finish outs where I want them, right? You could even say, hey, do you need to remodel? Like maybe they put that in their notes. I'd have to remodel something here or something there, right? I will tell you, this turns your whole buying process from a emotional experience to a very logical experience. Now, has anybody sold commercial? Who here has ever sold commercial? Several of you. Okay, we have 2 of you. So right here, y'all sold commercial, right? So in commercial, what is it? Is it emotional or logical?
Spreadsheet.
It's spreadsheet, numbers, square footage, boom. Now, it's easy to do that with commercial, but here's the thing. We can translate a little bit that over if we get them to just start rating and understanding, hey, here's how you can make this better. Let's get it logical and let's find out what you like, what you don't like, and let's make it fun, give it a nickname, and I will, by the way, I'm going to give you, if you sign in, make sure you sign in for $9.99. No, just kidding. When you sign in, Polly's going to send you this digitally. You'll get a PDF of this and all my slides. Okay? You'll get all my slides and you're going to get the luxury report that I shared. Any questions on this? Have a rating system. Critical. Okay? All right, 4, have your car set up for success. Your car needs to be set up for success. Set it up. Now, what I'm hearing, I did a webinar last week. What I'm hearing is that a lot of people aren't riding with their clients anymore. Is that true? Is that kind of true, right? They're meeting you, right? Now, what I'm also hearing is that I have clients, Bridget Ramey has shared this multiple times, that they're flying into an airport and they're picking them up directly from the airport and they're going. Anybody done that, right? So here's the thing. Get your car set up so you're ready to go. Have some mints, have phone chargers, have your properties digital. Meaning you should have an iPad that has the properties on it where they can see what they're going to look at digitally. Try not to do paper as much as possible. Keep it digital, right? And then when you wow them, when you pick them up in your car, they feel cared for, right? They feel like, oh man, this is special. They don't feel like you're just carting them around. So make sure your car is clean, you're ready to go, you're prepped, and you are taking the best care of your clients. All right, last one. Plan, 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 plan. Great agents don't wing it, okay? You need to plan. Planning is what's going to separate the average agents. You do 20 houses, the amount of planning for 20 houses, or let alone 10 freaking houses, right, is a lot. So you want to make sure that you have this down pat. The expectations for that day are critical. Now I'm gonna tell you, I've been married 26 years, and I have learned just recently, I know, listen, guys, listen, just recently, that I have to account for my wife's hangry situations. Because if I don't account for a snack or a lunch in a day, and we've gone all day, that's not going to be good for the glucose levels of any female, right? Or any male for that matter. Let's be honest, right? So you want to make sure that if you're going to go see a bunch of houses, have that planned in because you're going to have this happen. And at some point, someone's going to be like, I'm hungry. And you're like, we got 20 houses. We got 15 houses. We don't have time to eat. Just plan that in. Buyers trust agents who are one step ahead. When you're one step ahead of their food needs and their like snack needs, have the snacks in the car, have snacks for the kids. When you're one step ahead, they're like, yeah, this is my agent. Now, I told you earlier, why are buyers so important? This is the reason why, right here. Why are buyers so important? Everybody say it out loud. How many of your buyers didn't sell with you? Anybody have that happen? How many of your buyers didn't sell with you? Has that happened to you? Right? Has that ever happened? I remember, like, even my neighbor backing out of my garage when I was an agent, and I looked, and there's a sign in his yard. And it wasn't my sign. Like, that was heartbreaking, right? But imagine you have a buyer, you sell them a $1.5 million house, and then they go to sell, and you don't even get a phone call. They don't even call you. The only way that happens, you didn't wow them in the process and after the process. You gotta wow them during the process and then after the process. And so this right here is why agents, when you look at the Business Journal, when you go, how are the same 15, 20 people, although there's gonna be a big changes this year. You'll see some changes with this. But how do the same people end up on that list every year after year? Their buyers come back and sell with them almost religiously. And it starts with buyers become sellers. It starts with how you wow them. All right, so I want to talk about 12 ways to get a listing, and then we'll shut it down here for questions. If you want to get more listings in 2026, here's your list right here. Number one, call past clients, text, email, right? Get in touch with your clients. Let them know this market, this spring selling season is going to be hot. How many of you have already noticed a pickup? Who's noticed it? Look at all the hands. Everybody, raise them high so everybody can see. I've noticed the exact same thing, okay? We're already seeing a pickup in interest. Farm your personal neighborhood. Y'all know what I mean by farming, right? Like, you know, postcard, flyers, anything. Get into your neighborhood. Let them know you're the expert. Network, network, network. Does that mean hang out with other realtors?
No.
No, right? You need to get in groups, get out there, find your group, find your crew, and where you're the only agent. You need to advertise. I am amazed. This right here blows my mind. I bet in this room, there might be 3 people that do Just Listed. I'm going to see if that's right, because my stats have been really low. Who does Just Listed? Raise your hand. Okay, good. That's more than 3. All right, good. All right. Who does a Just Listed on every listing? See, not everybody. See what I mean? Listen to me. Listen,
Talking about
please.
print, right?
Print.
Okay.
Yes, print. Just this one thing alone will help you dominate a neighborhood. Just Listed, Just Sold. Do you know what every single homeowner does when they see a Just Sold? Do you know what you do it too? You get that Just Sold card, and you're like, oh, what would my house sell for? What would my house be? Right? Now remember, don't put the actual price of what it sold for. You put listed at. Okay? Because you don't want to get in trouble. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But some of you, this is a basic thing. You look at it as an expense. This is market. This is the best marketing dollars you can spend. Just Listed and Just Sold. You're bragging to everybody in their neighborhood. You're like, Tomas, I've got so many listings. That's the point. Let everybody know. Tell them, right? Newspaper, magazines. Advertising is about getting out of obscurity. You need to be out of obscurity. If people, it's like secret ninja agents. Some of you are the ninja agents. You roll in and roll out. I'm going to roll in, put a sign up, and roll out. And I mean, you might see me again on social, maybe. Don't be a ninja agent. Do Just Listed, Just Sold. Social media, videos. How many of you like making videos? Okay, 5 of you, right? How many of you hate making videos? Raise your hand. You hate making videos. Okay, good. Hate it. I get it. I do a lot of speaking, but it's not like my #1 thing to do. It's not, right? But I'm going to tell you guys a cheat. Do you want to know a cheat? Are you ready? This is so crazy. I literally just learned this. I literally just learned this about a week ago. Do you know that in Instagram that they actually have a teleprompter built into it? Do you mean you could have your entire script and you just stare there and read the damn thing? And it's built into Instagram. Who knew that? Okay, 5 of you knew that. 5 of you.
Show us.
Right? I will. We can do a class. We can do another class on that. Super easy, right? But here's the thing. Do you know how easy it is to write a script now? Do you know how many scripts you can make in 5 minutes? Hell no, 3 seconds. Give me 50 versions. I mean, the level of what we have at our fingertips compared to what we had even when I started Luxury Home Magazine is insane, okay? Insane. So you could have something as easy. Boy, when I got this, man, this was next level. This was next level. This thing right here is absolutely ridiculous. Here's my remote. That thing was 30 bucks. You have your transcript right here, on here, and you just stand in front. You hit the button to record. I mean, it can't get any easier for us. It just can't. Now, here's the thing you're going to tell me, but I don't like my voice. You don't have to listen to it ever again. Just put it on the internet and don't ever watch it. Do you know how many people, do you know that Joe Rogan never, right?
So many people listen silently, so caption it, right?
Put your captions.
Some of us are watching it in the doctor's office or something.
100%, Polly. Yep. And do you know, anybody use the new edit tool? It does the captions for you now. I mean, it can't be easier to make a video now. I've hired really good videographers. And it's gotten to the point where it's just like, sorry, Soren, it's gotten really easy. I mean, it's gotten really, really easy. So all that to say is like, look, you know, what it comes down to now, it's not a matter of liking it. It's just coming down to a matter of just do it. Just do it, okay? So make your videos. Get a selfie stick. I know you're corny. You're like, look, you know, I know people are, you know, 'cause we went through this whole trend of TikTok people dancing and doing all that. Okay, I get all of that. Sometimes the most organic, unproduced videos get the most views. Not even sometimes, most of the time. My most professional stuff doesn't get as many views as me just going like this, walking along after a run. Like y'all saw I don't know, some of y'all saw I had a video where I was walking after a run on a cruise. I was in Cozumel, and I literally just did it like this, talking to the camera. I had more views on that than my professional stuff. It's just the way it works. So don't be afraid to make videos. All right, number 7, find a business or referral partner. I'm gonna go more depth on that. Create a referral program. Do you have a referral program? Do you have that? Several of you do. You need a referral program, meaning if someone refers you a lead, how do you reward them for that lead? Right? And you need to have a system for this, like an automated system that just automatically sets up. It sends them an edible arrangement, or it sends them flowers, or it sends them a gift card. Whatever you want to do, create that program for yourself. Door knocking. I know you're saying, Tomas, I'm not door knocking. Okay, listen to me. Most of you live in really nice communities, and your neighbors don't know you're a realtor. They don't know. They don't know. Door knock to people on your street and just let them know. If they know a realtor on their street is right there and knows the neighborhood and loves the neighborhood, who better to sell the house? Because they want to pick their neighbor, trust me. Right? Who better to sell the house? So just door knock in your neighborhood. Everybody say it. Send a CMA today. Everybody say it. Ready? When?
Today.
Send a CMA today. You have clients right now that have been living in a house for 8 years and they have no idea what their house is worth unless they went to Zillow.
I add something?
Please.
So my husband's also an agent, and he looked at like all our neighbors on our street, like 6 of them hadn't filed their homestead. So like, of course, we told all of them, you need to file your homestead exemption and you need to protest your taxes.
100%.
And so, just another.
That's a big one. I love that. Let your neighbors know if they've even got their homestead. That's huge, right? Or who do they contact to even protest their taxes? Who's your guy? Who's the person that they should talk to? I love that. That's huge, right? But this CMA today, I want you to imagine if every day you just picked a client, you did a CMA, quick, kind of say, hey, this is just a rough estimate. I'm going to send you this. This is what your house is worth. Call me. I'd like to set up either lunch and let's talk through it. Let's talk through it. Right? I guarantee you'll probably get a client just from that alone this year in 2026. Just from doing that alone. Write us a letter of the heart to your SOI. Tell them what's going on, right? Get testimonials and share them. Now, this is one where I got to pound this. You got to share a testimonial in different ways on different days. Okay, some of you share a testimonial. I sold this house, yay. Or this is what this one doctor said about me, yay. And you share it one time on Facebook. How many people saw that post? If you have 1,000 people, 100, maybe 100 people saw that. So take the same testimonial, make 5 different versions of it. Literally, same words, different pictures, house, backyard, sunset, whatever, and share the same stinking testimony in 5 different ways on 5 different days. Polly.
So also on that, with your testimonials, I think y'all all need to start harvesting them in Google.
Yes.
Your Google business page. Because of the way searching for your realtor is changing from the ask or search on Google versus now ask any chatbot.
Yeah.
And the chatbots are reading static information. And so however many reviews you have verifies you as a reliable source.
Yes.
So that's very important. So make sure that you have, and there are some tools, I don't know what they are, where you can get one testimonial, use it on social media, and it goes to Google, and it goes to Yelp, and it goes to blah, 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 and Realtor.com. All of these different things, and that is really powerful. If I was spending money on one thing today, that's what I would spend money on.
It's huge.
Is one of those tools.
And everybody here knows, that's great. Everybody here knows that ChatGPT and Zillow are connected now, right? Like Zillow is now baked into ChatGPT. They're connected, right? Now, this changes the game when it comes to people searching. Because now people can go, I want to live in Cordillera. What houses are available in Cordillera? In this zip code. And that's what pops up in ChatGPT, right? So you have to be thinking, how are people searching? How are people looking? So the more data that we could get on the web, the more data we could get on Google searches in as far as reviews, the better. Okay, here are your referral partners. Everybody look at that list. Who here knows the most important referral partner on that list? What's the most important one?
Hairstylist.
Yeah. Number 10. Number 10. They know the T on everybody. They know who's getting married and who's getting divorced. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but how many of you have like a referral partnership with your hairstylist? Like, hey. And this is how this has to work. So you need to pick 3 people on this list, right? Does everybody here fully understand that if you got 3 of these people to give you leads every year, just 3, your business would change in 2026, right? So this is how this should work. You call up your doctor and you say, hey, I've referred you some business. I want to take you to lunch or have a quick conversation because here's the deal. I know you know people because I know people and I've sent you people, but I would love a referral. Who do you know that needs to buy a house or sell a house? Let me help them. Who do you know? And you got to ask. Sometimes we're afraid to ask. We don't want to ask. No, listen, we're beyond that. You're professionals. You know what professional salespeople do? They ask for referrals. They want to help. They want to give referrals, and they want to get referrals. So if you just did 3 of these, now imagine if you pick 5. But see, here's the thing. If 5 people are giving you referrals, see, your business doesn't just 1x or 2x or 3x. If you give 5 leads, those 5 leads actually turn into what? That 1 lead could turn into 3 leads because their mom, their dad, their cousin, their brother, their uncle. That 1 lead could turn into grandma, grandpa. So we're now talking exponential, but you've got to get very clear on who your referral partners are going to be and sit down and ask them to help you. You got to ask them to help you, right? Does anybody already have one of these in place? Like a lender, right? Anybody have their lender that they've got this worked out? They're like, hey, you better help me, right? Like, I'm tired of sending you leads. Send me some leads, darn it, right? Anybody else have this in place? Does anybody have another one on here that I don't have mentioned that they're giving you leads?
Straight bank.
A bank. I like that.
In mortar bank.
I love that. That's a good one. A bank. Yeah. Anybody else have another one?
A builder.
Builder. Yes. Builders are great. Anybody else?
Estate attorneys?
A state attorney. Oh yeah, it's just Soren.
Join an advocacy group.
Join a group.
Join an advocacy group.
Yeah.
Of some kind of community that, you know, has a similar interest. You're going to find people from all sorts of backgrounds.
100%.
Especially if it's lobbying.
Yeah, the funny part about that, Soren, is I always tell the story of I was teaching out in Kerrville, and one of the gentlemen had he started a Miata club. A Miata club. I know you're laughing, but it's no, he said niche. Here's the thing. You laugh about a Miata club. There's people who really like their Miatas. And there's a whole gang of them that drive together in their Miatas. He's the only realtor. And he's getting business from the Miata Club. That's how he's getting business. So here's the thing. Whatever is going to help, whatever group's going to help, whatever this is going to help, you got to ask and you got to let them know you're a realtor. Whether it's a name tag, a hat, whatever the case may be, let them know you're a realtor. All right, we're about to, let me wrap up here. All right, now, big takeaways from today. Tell me your biggest takeaway from today. Biggest takeaway from today. Shout it out.
Market share is ours.
ChatGPT, Zillow, I heard that. Yep.
Market share is ours for the taking.
Market share is there for the taking. What's your name?
Rich.
Rich, 100%. Yes. Cleo.
Nice picture.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Instagram captions.
Instagram. Do you mean teleprompter?
Oh.
Yes. Instagram teleprompter. It's freaking amazing. Now, see, now I gave y'all my cheat. Don't call me out on it. Now that I told you the cheat, all right? Don't call me out on it, all right? I'm usually really bad at teleprompters, but I'm going to tell you, I've gotten really good now. Like, I've gotten really good at it now because it works. It's stinking. It even moves. It even moves. It scrolls for you. So cool. What else? Any big takeaways?
Scorecard.
The scorecard. Use it. It's yours. Free. Use it. It will help your buyers.
Dallas Wall Street.
What's that?
Dallas
to Wall Street, the stock market, the Texas Exchange. It's going to be big. That is going to be big. Okay, so that is my presentation. Last but not least, Summit tickets. Please talk to him. He's got the code for you to help you that will give you another 15% off your ticket. We'd love to see you at this event. Josh, as I told you earlier, we're going to be covering in depth the luxury market, what's happened, you know, price per square foot. We're going to be covering a lot, but really, if you were there last year, the energy in the room is what really gets excited. That's what really gets people super pumped. And we put 1,000 people in that room. Let me tell you, it's going to be electric, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Thank you guys. Have an amazing day.